All right, Tessa. So the other solution I was going to show you, I no longer have access to, so we're going to have to do these Accords in Evo. So I'm going to move kind of quickly here just to kind of show you, but of course I will go over all the specifics. So for your prospect currently, the Accords 125 or 125 is going to be for the general information, and the Accords 126 is going to be for the general liability. So those are the two you're going to need for this, as you can see all the responses in the emails we've gotten. So I'm just going to pull up a commercial client. Doesn't really matter. When you have that client open, every client allows you to do this. So what you're going to do is, obviously what you're going to do is you're going to actually add an insured commercial or a prospect commercial. And once you have everything filled out here on this screen, okay, you're going to go to New Accord Form. So you don't have to create policies or anything like that. We're going to just click New Accord Form. And here's where we have our Accords. All right. So we have Accord 125 and 126. And so we're just going to double click it and open it. And you can literally fill it out right here in Evo. And when you save it, it'll save it in Evo as well. Okay. So there's 4 pages to this Accord. I know it looks daunting, but just to give you some general information, I'm going to do this kind of quickly. All right. This first section, line of business, we're just doing the general liability. So you're going to go here, find general liability. Here we go. Click that, and then we don't have premium, so don't worry about putting premium. Attachments, don't really worry about attachments, at least not for this submission. Payment plan, right now we don't know what it's going to be like, so don't worry about it. All of these boxes, don't worry. Applicant information, make sure we have this all filled out. If you filled it out in the section where you set up the account, it'll already be here. And put anything additional, like if you know their general liability code or their tax ID, which is over here. Let's make this bigger. Then you would fill it out here. Okay. Obviously, what type of business they are, social, corporation, individual. All right. And then this is just if we have more applicants. So don't worry about this. So we go to page 2. All right. This is more contact information. So then we jump into the premises information. All right. So obviously this is where he operates his business out of. So if it's his home or home office or whatever, just put that information here. Location 1, building 1, all that information. Whether it's in the city limits, whether they own it or they're a tenant, and then how many employees they have. In this case, remember we put that he has 1. Okay, what his annual revenues are. The square footage doesn't really matter much, so you don't have to fill that out. Nature of business. Okay, he's a contractor, and here you just put general description of everything he does. So remodeling contractor, general contractor, home builder, subs out 95% of his work. And then on a new line inside of this box, you can also put that he does work, about 5% of the work himself, which includes like drywall and basic stuff like that. Okay. If we move down further, let's see here. These boxes aren't really all that important. Here, installation, service, or repair work, that's going to be all 100% off premises. Okay. Additional interest, don't worry about that. Page 3. Okay, answer all the questions. If you have any questions on this, let me know. Most of these are going to be no. And honestly, the underwriters don't even look at a lot of this unless it's very important to the type of risk we're dealing with. Page 4. If they have prior insurance information or loss history, you would put all that information here. Okay? Okay, so continuing on. That pretty much covers Accord 125. Obviously, you will need this signed when we issue it. Right now, when you're sending it to the underwriters, it doesn't need to be signed. It's just for them to apply. Then you would click Save, so that way if you ever have to modify it or have it on file for the client, you have it there in Evo. You could click Print and then do a print of PDF to export this to your desktop like this. And this is where I said you were probably going to need a PDF editor so you can further edit this PDF. Well, in this case, you won't need to. So go ahead and save it, and that's what you would submit along with PDF with the Accord 126. So I'm just going to show you that real quick. So we're going to go back to the to this screen. Okay, so here Accord form selection screen. We're going to go to the 126. Double click that. it's going to open that one. This is also a 4-page one. So it's going to ask about more specific things on the operations. It's not really important that we fill all of this out other than maybe what their limits are. So we're looking for 1 million, 2 million. If you have any questions on this or screen share, call me and I can help you fill this out. The schedule of hazards is just going to be location 1, hazard 1, the class code, don't worry about it. Premium basis will probably be based on sales since they sub everything, or subcontracted costs. The exposure is the amount of money that you're going to put there. Let's see here. Alright, we don't have to worry about claims made, employee benefits liability, no worries. Page 2. All these answers are usually going to be no unless they do have a yes on any of these. Just go ahead and put them. Underwriters don't look too much at all of that. Don't worry about the products are completed area. Most of these are probably going to be no as well. Page 3, there's no additional interest right now. Answer all these questions. Most will probably be no as well. Unless there are some yeses, then go ahead and explain them. And then lastly, page 4, a couple more information on the general information stuff. Most of them, again, will be no. And then down here we sign. We don't have to sign this right now, like I said. Print to PDF, save the desktop. Now you've got Accords 125 and 126. I think one of our carriers sent you a supplemental application. From there, you're going to want to fill that out as well and submit all 3 of those to them to get it worked on. Hopefully this helps.